The state government says its $50 million share of the rescue package will secure the future of Holden's Elizabeth plant. But it's warned more taxpayer money will be needed to keep the car maker in Australia beyond 2022.
The smiling face of relief. Holden happy to show off part of its 2,000-strong Elizabeth workforce to share the good news.
It's always quite nerve-wracking when you're not sure whether you're going to have a job in a few weeks' time, but no, it's just fantastic news.
It would be great for my children and the people I work with, their children, to know that for the next 10 years we're guaranteed a job.
They're not the only ones relieved.
Another decade of Holdens in South Australia. That means that Australia's most beloved car will be continuing to be produced here in Elizabeth.
But the Commodore may soon be no more. Holden won't confirm whether either of the two new global models to be built from the middle of the decade will bear the famous moniker. There's no guarantee either on the size of the workforce.
Will any jobs be lost?
Again, it's going to be a decision at the time.
What you're going to see here is no forced redundancies over that decade.
The Premier argues some jobs are better than none.
What we were faced with was a base case proposition of the closure of Holden's.
A government-commissioned report found that could have resulted in the loss of 16,000 jobs at Holden and in the wider component industry. There, a broader shake-up is expected, with more foreign parts in local cars and an opportunity to send more local parts overseas. The Victorian government is coughing up to help those exporters, but is giving Holden just $10 million to South Australia's $50 million.
We're the ones with the most to gain and the most to lose.
The minister's calling it a co-investment, the opposition something else.
The bailout will largely be just bailing out the effects of the carbon tax.
Whatever you call it, it's unlikely to be Holden's last lifeline. Nick Harmson, ABC News, Adelaide.